Hi, this is Ferre and Stephen Swenson of Tax Sale Support coming to you with the Tax Sale Secrets Weekly Update. Now for this week, this is the week of February 5th through the 12th. We've got a number of things we can talk about here.
Yeah, exactly. We want to go over some quick news and announcements. We want to get into our hot list, and then we want to talk about the Arizona upcoming auctions.
Yeah, excellent. So we'll wrap that up with a few Q&As. Now, in terms of announcements, first announcement is we have the next free Saturday morning workshop scheduled for March 3rd at 10 a.m. So you're welcome to sign up for that. You can do that on Secrets of Tax Lien Investing there, or I think you can also probably do it from Tax Sale Support.
Yeah, you'll be able to do it from both of them. In addition to that, we'll also have a link down below that you'll be able to click on to register as well.
Now, in more news, we are actually going to be stopping our coaching program in about in the next week to 2 weeks. We're basically, what we found is that there's just a lot more money in the real estate side of things, and the coaching takes up a lot of our time. So we're going to work with the members that we have, and then basically cut off the program though for any new enrollees. So if anybody's interested in signing up, you've got about a week or so roughly to do that, and then the program is over.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be working with students over the next week or two with our coaching program, and then we're going to be really working with these investors through the process of buying these coaching students to help them do deals over the next couple of months.
Yeah, so if you have any desire to work with us one-on-one, this next week is your last week to essentially do that. We're sorry if there are more that want to, but it's just too much time. It's too time-consuming compared to what we can do with real estate, and so we're just going to focus on that instead and do that with the members that we have. So again, if you're interested in signing up for that, do it here in the next week.
Also, there's a ton of auctions coming up over the next week or so. We want to kind of go ahead and talk about a few of them each day, just to let you guys make you guys aware of them. On February 5th, Yavapai, Arizona, and is going to be having their tax lien auction. So it's going to be an online auction. Also, Manatee and Escambia County, Florida, also are going to be holding online auctions. Then on the 6th, there's going to be a Washington online auction. And then also on the 6th, all of the Texas auctions are going to be taking place. So we'll have the Texas list available on the website. Now on the 7th, we're going to have two other Arizona auctions opening up. Pinal County and Mojave County are both going to be having their online auctions. And also starting, Indiana is going to be having tax lien certificate auctions as well. Then on the 8th, we have Miami, Orange County, Florida, and another Indiana auction. And then on the 9th, we have a California auction. So that's a good, that'll be done through Bid for Assets. Good opportunity for investors that want to invest in California. And then next Monday, a week from Monday, we have Santa Rosa, Florida, and St. Lucie, Florida, and some more Indiana auctions coming up. So there's a lot of good opportunity coming up. If you're interested or not a member, go ahead and go to Tax Sale Support, and you can download any of these lists.
Yeah. Now, just to mention the Indiana sales that are new. These are new ones with real auction, right?
These are actually going to be held through Zeus Auction.
Zeus Auctions.
Yeah,
that's right. Anyhow, they're new online auction setups that didn't exist, a few months ago. So it's a good idea to get on top of those. A little bit easier way to get engaged and to buy some tax liens. Which there are a lot of opportunities coming up here in Arizona, Florida, Indiana, a lot of states here for tax lien sales.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason we want to talk about Arizona today in the tax sale tip. This week's tax sale tip is just because Arizona auctions coming up. It's one of the big areas for investing when it comes to tax lien certificates.
Yeah, it pays out a maximum interest rate return of 16%, and it has a lot of land, just a ton of land out there in Arizona. They've got a lot of liens to buy, and I think there tend to be a lot of good opportunities.
Yeah, it's a pretty good state for investing, especially if you're looking to earn a good interest rate, and then when the foreclosure's done, if you do go to that point, you actually acquire the property.
Well, excellent. So essentially, we know that they're all going to be conducting their auctions, all the counties in Arizona, in the month of February. And so a lot of places there that you can participate in auctions, and they also have some good online systems, places you can do practice auctions even with some of the other counties like Maricopa. So if you're interested in tax liens, February is a good month to get started.
Yeah, definitely. Now, as far as the auction, the opening bid is going to start at all the delinquent taxes, penalties, and fees. So that's going to be the amount of the tax lien certificate. Now, Arizona uses what we call a bid down the interest method, which essentially means that an investor is going to be bidding down the interest on the tax lien certificate versus bidding up the price or anything like that.
Yeah, so essentially it starts at 16% and works its way down in increments of 1/4% until you have the person that's willing to accept the lower interest rate.
Yeah, and as you talked about online auctions, Arizona is going to be holding online auctions both through Real Auction and Grand Street Group. So there's going to be two systems or two software companies that are going to be conducting the auctions. But they're, just like Shade said, they're all going to be taking place this month. So if you're interested in getting started in Arizona or participating in these sales, you got to register pretty quickly.
Yeah. In fact, you'll want to register right away. Because some of the sales might be happening right now, but we'll have sales happening as well over the next few weeks. So there's still time to get registered on some of those sales, and after the sales, we'll have the new over-the-counter lists.
Yeah, and that's one thing that for those over-the-counter investors, that's one of the best times to hit up the Arizona sales. Is once the state or the county has had their auction, they've got the over-the-counter list together. That's going to be the very best time because that's going to be before it's got a chance to be picked over by other investors in the bank. So, once those auctions take place, then we're going to be in contact with the county to be able to get those over-the-counter list and to provide them to the members on tax sale support.
Excellent. Now, we have a couple of questions here. One of the questions is how the bid down the interest rate system works, which we kind of explained that. It's utilized in a number of areas, but specifically usually utilized with tax lien certificates, whereas tax deeds normally use a bid up the price system. And so that's usually how tax liens are bid on. The amount you pay is essentially what's owed in delinquent taxes, penalties, and fees. And what you're using as the bidding medium is the interest rate return that you're going to earn. So the advantage of that is you're not paying any more than the lien amount in order to acquire it, but you may have to give up some interest in order to win it at the auction. So I think every bidding system has benefits and drawbacks.
Yeah, and with bid down the interest, this is going to be the primary method used for a lot of the tax lien states like Arizona and Florida. And essentially, in all of those, it's going to be bid down at 0.25%. So if we're talking about an 18% return, that's going to go 17.75, 17.50, 17.25, until whoever's willing to accept the lowest interest rate essentially wins that tax lien certificate.
Yeah, absolutely. We also have questions sometimes regarding where people are located at and where they should invest. We've got a question here from somebody named Samantha. It says, I live in Texas. Is this a good area to start investing, or should I invest out of state?
Yeah, and this isn't actually a question we got in through our YouTube channel, and a lot of people are interested in their own state, and we thought we'd just kind of quickly, with this question, talk about Texas. Texas, it really kind of depends on your investment strategy. If you can wait 6 months to acquire a property, then Texas could be a really good state to invest in because essentially it's very much like a tax deed. In fact, you're going to be having ownership rights during that period. But if you're not interested in acquiring property, then and you're really just looking for the returns, would probably point you to the direction of a tax lien certificate. So if you're interested in acquiring property with and possibly earning the interest, then Texas would be a good state to get started for. But if you're afraid of getting property, then would probably at least direct you to a tax lien.
Yeah, another benefit of living in Texas is that the Texas sales are all generally held as live on-site auctions, so you basically have to be there in order to participate. So if you do live in Texas, you're there and you can participate in the sale, which is more than most investors are able to do. So that's a big factor because lots of people would love to invest in Texas but are not able to because they hold all their sales live in person, and so they're either getting stuff off of struck off list, or they have to travel there at the sale in order to participate.
Yeah, and to kind of piggyback what you said, you talked about how they're happening every single month, and so that gives you an opportunity to participate in the auction every single month. So if you don't win a property at that auction, you're not going to upbid the price or do something like that, because you're always going to have another sale coming up.
Yeah, regular consistent sales are nice because you get familiar with a county, how it works, how things operate, and it's just another sale coming up every month, so you can look over the properties that are in that sale, decide if you want to participate or not, what you want to buy. Well, excellent. That's pretty much it for the weekly update here. If you'd like more information, you can go to any of our websites. You can go to taxsalesupport.com, secretsoftaxlieninvesting.com. You can also visit us on our Facebook page, which is under Tax Sale Support.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe. And also, if you like these trainings, go ahead and like it as well to let us know. So we appreciate you guys watching this training, and we'll be putting these out every week for your benefit.
Thanks so much.